Hey guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today we are going to solve a classic Sudoku which is computer generated. The reason we are covering this classic today is it was recommended by Shai on the CTC Discord server, and Shai, who herself is an excellent classic creator, has suggested that this Sudoku has a gorgeous solve path. So this caught my eye and we thought of doing a video on it, a live solve on it. Let us see how it goes. The link to solve this classic is given in the description of the video. Do give it a try. I have no idea if this would be easy or if this would be really challenging. So the rules of the Sudoku are standard. Each row, each column and 3 by 3 box will have digits from 1 to 9 without any repetitions. And you can see that this classic Sudoku has really few givens, only 17 givens to be precise. 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Only 17 given clues. So it is generated by a computer, as I already mentioned, but let us give it a try. And before we start solving, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you're a regular viewer and have been enjoying the content we are producing, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll really appreciate if you help us in growing the channel. So let us start the Sudoku now. Okay, the first thing I see, there is a 4 in row 1, 4 in column 7, so that gives a 4 here. And continuing in the 4s, row 1 and row 3 has 4s, so the 4 in row 2 has to be in one of these 3 cells, and 4 in column 6 removes this 4, so 4 goes in one of these 2 cells. Okay, that's beautiful. Again, there is a 4 in row 7, 4 in column 1, so we get the 4 in box 7, so we can place the 4 here, and which means that we can place the 4 in row 8. 4 in column 2, if you look, there are only 2 cells left. 4 goes in one of these 2 cells. Okay, 4 in box 5 has 3 possibilities, so I'm not going to note them now. So 4 cannot be in column 6, 4 cannot be in row 6, so it has 3 possibilities. So let us just not mark that. That will clutter the grid a little bit. Okay, we have 5 in uh, column 4 and 5 in row 4, which means that I can log the 5 in row 6, column 6. So I've shifted my attention to the 5s because we are done with the 4s. Any more 5s that I can log to exactly 2 cells or less. Okay, so I have a 5 from column 7, which removes the 5 from these 3 cells, so which means that 5 goes in one of these 2 cells. And the journey with the 5s, okay, so 5 in row 7 removes the 5 from these 3 cells, so we get a 5 in one of these 2 cells. Okay, and that gives 5 in one of these 2 cells in row 5, because 5 can't be in row 4, 5 cannot be in row 6, and there is a 5 pencil mark here, so 5 goes in one of these 2 cells. And I'm just looking at boxes where there are exactly 2 positions that a 5 can go. So 5 in column 4 and 5 in column 6, so 5 goes in one of these 2 cells. Of course this can't be a 5 because of the 5 pencil mark here, so 5 goes here. Okay, now the journey with the 5 stops, because if you look at box 1, all these cells can take a 5, so that's not really helpful. So let us just look for some other digit now. Okay, 1 seems interesting. 1 is in column 5, 1 is in row 8, so 1 goes in one of these 2 cells, and which gives a 1 in one of these 2 cells. And because of the 1 here, 1 is removed from this cell. Now the 1 in column 7 has to be in these 3 cells. Okay, that we may remember that. For now let us not mark anything there, but 1 has to be in these 3 cells. Okay, box 5 has some interplay. 7 can't be in these 3 cells, so 7 goes here. And 7, if you look at 7, there are only 2 given 7s, so I don't think we can get much further with 7s. So we have a 6 in row 4, so 6 goes in one of these two cells. Again, there is exactly one 6, and which is not going to help much except in this box. You can lock the 6 to one of these two cells because 6 can't be in these three cells, so 6 goes here. Okay, we can do something with the 3s, I think. 3 is in row 5, 3 is in column 8, so 3 goes in one of these two cells. Okay, and that gives a 3 in one of these two cells in column 7. Standard classic stuff, but 3 is removed from this cell because of the 3 here. So this cell has to be a 3, and that in turn gives a 3 here. So 3 is in column 5, column 6, so that gives 3 in one of these cells, but we have a 3 in row 3, which means that this becomes a 3, that becomes 4, that becomes 5. So we got 3 digits together. That's really nice, right? So I'll just retrace a little back to show it slowly. So 3 goes here, which means that the pencil mark of 4 gets resolved, so 4 goes here and 5 goes here. That was nice. And now we can mark 5 in one of these two cells because we have removed these two possibilities, so 5 goes here. And 3 we can place in row 1 column 3, only one cell left in row 1. And the final 3, not the final 3, the penultimate 3. So we have placed 4, 5, 6, 7 threes in the grid, so 3 in box 4 has only one cell left, so that goes here, and the final 3 goes here, right? All using standard classic stuff, nothing fancy there. Okay, that's nice, guys. So if I look at 2 here, 2 can't be in these three cells, so 2 goes in one of these two cells, right? So we got a pair 2 5. So let me write center pencil marks there. So this becomes 2 5 pair, which means that I can lock these three cells, right? 3 4 7 8 2 and 5, so they must be 1 6 9, and which allows me to lock a pair in column 7, 2 3 4 5 1 6 7 1 6 9, so they must be 7 8, right? These two cells must be 7 and 8. Wow, the same thing here, guys. Because of the 2 removed from these three cells, so we get the 2 in one of these two cells. Just like we got here, because of this 2 5 givens, we have a 2 5 given in row 7, which means that we can lock a pair here in box 7. So this becomes 2 5, 1 3 4 8 2 5. So the remaining digits are 6 7 9. So let me write the possibilities here. 6 7 9. 6 can't be in this cell because of the 6 here. So I'll remove the corner pencil mark of 6. 6 7 9, 2 3 4 and 5. So this becomes 1 8 pair, which can be immediately resolved because of this 8. So that's 1 and that's 8. And that allows me to put a 7 there because this is a 7 8 pencil mark. So that becomes 7 and that becomes an 8. 3 4 7 and 1 2 and 8. So these three cells must be 5 6 9, right, for the box. So how do I continue here? I have an 8 in row 5, 8 in column 2. So I can mark corner pencil mark of 8 in one of these two cells, right? 8 in box 4 has only two cells, it goes in these two cells. And in column 1, 8 has exactly two cells. And you have an 8 in row 2, which means that this cell can't be an 8, and that becomes 8. And that allows me to place the 8 in one of these two cells. Can I do anything further with the 8s? Okay, not anything interesting. So let us continue. Column 1 appears interesting. We have 3 4 6 8 and 2 and 5 pair. So which means that these three cells must be 1 7 9, the remaining cells. So 1 cannot go in this cell. So 1 has only one cell left. So this would have to be 1, and that has to be 7 9. So really you can see why Shai would have suggested this. So far the solve path is really fun to solve. So much fun. Really pleasant solve till now. and because of this one, uh, one can be removed from this cell. Okay, so I was looking at the ones because of this one. So you'll see that we can place a 1 in box 6. One has only one cell left, so 1 goes here. And that allows me to place a 1 in row 4, right? 1 cannot be in any of these cells, so 1 cannot be in column 3, so 1 goes here. And which means that 4 gets pushed here, right? 4 has only one cell left because 4 was in these two cells. And because of the 1, 4 goes here. And 5 goes in one of these two cells, which goes here. And that allows me to place the 5 here. So we have 1 3 4 5 and 7 and 8. So these two cells must be 2 6 and 9, right? I've written the possibilities. So it's really impressive that the solve is like not so hard. With just 17 givens, the computer has somehow managed to throw a Sudoku. I'm not sure, maybe the solve will be harder towards the end, but so far it's really pleasant and nothing difficult. So we have 3 4 5 here and 1 and 6 here. 2 cannot be in row 6, and that allows me to place the 2 in box 4, and that gives an 8 here. The corner pencil mark of 8 gets resolved. So 8 goes here. This must be a 7 9 pencil mark. Okay, 2 gets removed here because of the 2 here. So we have 6 9 pair, and that becomes a 2. And now I have a 2 5 pair here, 2 here, which means that 2 has to go here. So 2 3 5 1 4 and 8. So this would be 6 7 9 for the box. You have a 7 here, which means that that has to be 6 and 9. So which means I can place the 7 in box. So that becomes 7, that becomes 6 9. Okay, let us look at row 6. It has 6 digits: 3 8 2 4 5 and 1. The remaining digits are 6 7 9. So this has to be 6 and 9. 7 is here, so this would be 6 7 and 9. Okay, so let's look at row 3. We have 2 7 8 here and 3 4 and 5 here, which means that these two cells must be 1 6 9. Can I eliminate any candidate from these cells? Okay, we have a 6 staring down at this cell, so this can't be 6, so that's 1 and 9. Okay, so far Sudoku was just a breeze, but now it becomes slightly sticky, I feel. Okay, let us start making candidates. 1 3 4 5 and 8. So the remaining digits in box 6 are 2 6 7 9. We have 7 here, so this would be 2 6 9. 2 and 6 here, so this would be 7 and 9. Oh, we have 7 pencil mark here, right? So which means that this has to be a 9. That becomes 9, so there is no 9 here and no 9 here. So 2 6 6 7. And we can remove the 9 from this cell. 1 4 8 3 5 9. So this would be 2 6 7. So we can write in the candidates here: 1 2 6 3 5 9. So these three cells must be 4 7 8. And we can place the 4, right? 4 is in column 5, 4 is in column 6, so that's 4. And that becomes a 7 8 pair, which means this cell has to be 6 9 for the box. We have 1 2 3 4 5 7 8, so this would be 6 and 9. That gives me a 1 here, removes the 9 from that cell, so this becomes a 6 9 pair. And you have 6 9 here, which means that would be a 1. And these two cells must be 6 8 9, right? So if you look closely, we have lots of nines in the grid, guys. Maybe at some point in this all, the Sudoku would have coloring technique. We have 1 3 4 7 5 6 9. So these two cells must be 2 8 for the column, and because we have one pencil mark here, so this becomes a 1. I'll remove the 1 from that cell. This is 2 8, that's a 6 9. Okay, 8 is here, so we can immediately resolve this 8 to pair. This is 8, that is 2, and that gets resolved too, so that's 5, that is 2. Because of this 5, we get the 5 here, that becomes a 6, that becomes 9, that 6 gives a 7 here, that gives a 2 here, and a 6 here. Lovely solve path, guys. So much fun. Even without the presence of advanced techniques, this shows that classic Sudokus can be fun to solve, right? It need not have any tough techniques. It can just be as pleasant as this. So much fun to solve. 1 3 6 9 2 4 5 8. So this would have to be a 7, and which means that these two cells can be resolved. So that's a 7, that's an 8, and 8 gets pushed into this cell, so this becomes 8. That has to be a 6 and 9. Remove the 8 from that cell. So 3 4 5 8 1 2 7. So these two cells must be 6 and 9, and you have 5 here, so that's 5, and that's a 2. So now we have reached the final moment in the Sudoku. So I think we have to use coloring at this point. Of course, I can use bug technique at this point to deduce that this cell has to be a 9, right? We covered a video previously on bug technique. So bug is nothing but bi-value universal grave. So for that to happen, you need to reach a state such as this, right? All the cells that are yet to be filled. So these are the cells which are yet to be filled. So all these cells have bi-value candidates. Bi-value in the sense the number of possible digits that can go inside that cell is 2, except one cell. So all the cells except one cell, only one cell, need to have bi-value candidates, and the one cell which is uh, not having bi-value candidates should have 3 candidates as possibility. So in this case, you will notice that all the cells have bi-values except this cell. So when you have such a scenario, you can make use of the fact that every Sudoku has a unique solution. So if the Sudoku doesn't have a unique solution, you cannot use this technique. So we can make use of the fact that the Sudoku has a unique solution, and the digit that will be placed here is the digit which happens 3 times as possibilities in the row, 3 times as possibilities in the column, and 3 times as possibilities in the box. So to elaborate that, if you notice these 3 pencil marks, you'll notice that 9 happens 3 times in that row, right? And as well, for the box 2, it happens 3 times. And if you look at the column, 9 happens once, 2, and 3 times. You have to just see the cells which have candidates marked, not the other digits, right? So if you see the cells which have candidates marked, 9 occurs 3 times in the column, 3 times for the row, and 3 times for the box. So that digit is the digit which would eventually go into this cell. So I can straight away say that this cell would have to be a 9 for this Sudoku to become unique. So we are basically making use of the fact that each and every Sudoku has a unique solution and writing the digit 9 here. But let us try to use some other technique to write the value here, because last time I used a bug technique, the Sudoku wasn't actually a unique one. So we'll try to use maybe some other technique here. Let me just see. Of course, I think simple coloring can be used. So I'm going to basically use on off status of digits to um, get continuation. So if one of these digits is on, the other digit would be off, right? I'm just taking 9 as the pivot digit, so which means that this is on, this is off. Okay, so this would be green. Okay, I'll just erase these for now because this chain doesn't seem to extend. So I'll start somewhere from here. This is on, this would be off, this has to be on, this would have to be off, this has to be on, this would have to be off, this has to be on. Oh, why am I using this, guys? Why am I using this? I'm really sorry for this. That was really something stupid on my part. We have a 6 here to resolve the 6 9 pair. That could be used, right? So we can resolve this pair immediately. So 6 and 9. So this becomes 9 and 7. That becomes a 9. That has to be 6. That would have to be 7. And because of the 6 here, you get a 9 here, a 6 here, a 9 here, a 6 here, a 9 here, a 6 here, a 6 here, and 9 here. So, and with that, we have completed this a really wonderful Sudoku. It had an excellent solve path. And pardon me for not seeing the this one 6. That could have been easily used to complete the Sudoku, but whatever I said about the buck technique was true. So you can remember that part where all the cells except one cell has bi-value candidates, and the one cell which does not have a bi-value candidate has three candidates. So when you have that scene, you just need to see the digit which occurs 3 times in the row, 3 times for the column, and 3 times for the box, and then you can just plonk in that digit there and complete the Sudoku. So hope you guys had fun watching me solve this computer generated Sudoku. It was a nice solve. I wanted to show you something interesting and hope this Sudoku was that way. So thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. See you soon with the video.